As I mentioned a moment ago, the conference is supported by Kerry County Council under the community strand of the Decade of Centenaries programme. And here to speak on behalf of the Council, would you please welcome its Chief Executive, Moira Murrell.
Cahirlach Mayor TRALEE Cólórí Gwynuishla. Is an or mór dumsa a bheith anseo sa SIAMSA TÍRE tránóna don osculta ofigúil don códáil coga na garad Kerry. Fáilte ribhách go dtí TRALEE agus go dtí Kerry. Tá áthas chomhlach chuntaí Kerry taú leis an gcógáil seo a phléigh an coga na garéad. Agus tá súlagam go muineann gach duine tainmh as na himachtaí. You are very welcome to this very fine venue, one that we are very proud of here in Kerry, SIAMSA TÍRE. And I suppose just thinking and looking from up here, the last time I was here was during COVID, when we used to host the council meetings, the monthly council meetings here in this building. And I suppose it's good to see those times have passed and we're able to gather again like we are this evening. And I suppose, again, it probably has taken the centenary in respect of the Civil War to bring us all together, to be able to, I suppose, discuss in a respectful way, as Owen has outlined, that period in our history. So, again, I suppose time is an important thing in that way. So, really, I suppose, from a local authority perspective, we, during this decade of the centenaries, Kerry County Council, I suppose a big highlight for us was in 2016, when we had the national commemoration in Bannistrand, which of course was the landing of Roger Casement. And we had the President, Michael D. Higgins, at that as well. So that was a very big highlight. And as it moved through, we had many highlights and many events, and I suppose the way that we approached it and the way we looked at the centenary and the decades of centenary was agreed through our Strategic Policy Committee, which is a committee of the elected council. And I suppose that very much the guiding principle around that it would be inclusive, it would be respectful. And again, I think to see this event here in Tralee over this weekend is hugely important, and it is wonderful the way it has engaged people and the sheer interest, and even looking on the website earlier today to see that all the events really are effectively sold out. I think it just shows you that it has captured people, and again, that's, I suppose, due to the quality of the conference and the quality of the speakers as well. I also want to very much acknowledge the support of the department. I haven't the full name here now, but Tourism, Culture and Arts, and of course its predecessor as a department, and they have been hugely supportive and very, very important in this commemoration. I also want to acknowledge the role played by the expert advisory group on the centenary of commemorations, represented here tonight by Dr. Martin Manser, who was very, very welcome. And I think very importantly, the leadership there was very much about inclusiveness and going out into the community and taking a number of the events and initiatives that have happened over this period have been community led, and I think that has been a very important factor in what has been achieved, and that approach that we've applied here in Kerry has come very much from the national leadership and direction. I want to just thank a few members of staff, our county librarian Tommy O'Connor, and he has overseen the council's involvement in the commemorations over the past number of years. And indeed, I want to acknowledge his predecessor, Kate Kennelly, the county arts officer as well, who had that role as well for a period of time. So, I suppose the council, it's an important role in preserving and protecting our collective history, whether it is through archaeological or architectural conservation or through support of our local museum and local library services. Kerry's library retains an important archive of our county's history, which our county has come to appreciate over the past few years in particular, and we have marked and has been so important during the decade of the centenaries. The same can be said of the Kerry County Museum, which is located just across here, people do not know, it's just located across from the town park, very near here, in the Thomas Ashe Memorial Hall. And really, I think when you see the level of artefacts and the Roger Casement was the exhibition that was there, the high quality, we think we're very proud as a county indeed to have such a museum of that quality, and indeed a curator in Helen. It's a pure asset to us here in the county. As the Cathaoirleach has said, it's very fitting that one of the last major events in the decade of centenaries takes place here in Kerry. It was in this county that the very last engagements of the Civil War occurred, and where the violence was most bitter and protracted. I know that all aspects of the war in Kerry and beyond will be closely considered this weekend, and I think that's very important for us, and I think we will all look forward to that debate. I would like to thank very much the organisers of the conference and to our own Owen O'Shea, who works as a press officer with Kerry County Council, and we're very proud of Owen and what he has done in relation to this conference. I also want to acknowledge Mary McAuliffe and Bridget McAuliffe, yourselves with very strong ties to Kerry County Council, family ties, and again, very valued family ties. I would like to welcome Professor Dermot Ferreter of UCD, again, whom I believe has Kerry ties, and who I think we're all very much looking forward to your insights and thoughtful insights into our collective history. So look, I suppose I don't want to delay any further, only to say thank you. It's great to see such a gathering of people, and I hope that you enjoy the weekend, and a great mille mille maith. Thank you.